Hey folks, what's up? Your friend Phil here, project management trainer and coach. Welcome to another episode of Phill on the Mail. Trying to put in my 1 mile. I'm half a mile there. And for the rest of the journey, I'm going to be speaking to you about PMP exam questions. I've got a question that I'm going to share with you right now. And there it is on the screen. So take a read and look at the options, all right? Now, I gave this to our students in the group Savage on Saturday. You want to be part of that group, go to savageonsaturday.com and put in a request. You'll be able to join the group. But we had our students tackle this question. So why don't you read it? See what you can make of it. All right, I'm going to share the rationale and the answer. So, you're still reading it. You want to hit the pause button before I spill the beans. All right? You ready? Hit that pause button. Spoiler alert, hit that pause button, okay? All right, let's read it. It says, you have been selected as a project manager on a short internal project through your company's documented authorization process. What is the first thing you should do? Let's read the options. A, collaboratively work with the team to document who can be impacted by project decisions. B, ask the sponsor for the client contract to assist development of the charter. C, tell your senior management next time about the importance of the charter. And D, develop the business case for the sponsor. All right. So these options are not hardcore ITTO names, terms, processes. You have to unravel which ITTO this is. And then you also have to unravel where you are in the project and in the process being discussed. So let's break it down. You have been selected as a project manager. So you are already the selected project manager. What does that tell you? That tells me right off the bat that there has been some sort of developed project charter process. Okay? But let me take it with a pinch of salt and let me just assume that the selected project manager may need to be working on some additional information in the charter before it's signed. I'll take it with a pinch of salt. So let me keep reading. You've been selected as a project manager on a short internal project, watch this, through your company's documented authorization process. Well, it tells me the deed is done. It's already been done and it's followed the company's documented authorization process. So that tells me develop project charter is pretty much done. Okay? By the time you talk about following a documented authorization process, that's develop project charter. It's documented and it's authorization and it's following a process. That spells out develop project charter. And that tells me that the project charter has been developed, or whatever that documentation is. You know, in the world of Prince 2, we talk about initiation documents, project initiation documents, PIDs, whatever you refer to it as, it is the developed project charter process, okay? Now it says, what is the first thing you should do? So the project charter has been developed. End of story. What should you do next? So let's examine the options one by one. First option, A, collaboratively work with the team to document who can be impacted by project decisions. All right. So it mentions the word team, but don't let that throw you off. There could be a skinny team, not that big, just when you're done with the project charter, you know. So we cannot eliminate A because of the word team. Don't think, oh, there's no team. There is a team. In the very beginning, it could be a skinny and lean and mean team, project manager, project sponsor, right? And then other people are added on. So let's not kill A. Let's go to B. B says, ask the sponsor for the client contract to assist development of the charter. Well, first of all, it says the client contract. Client contract for an internal gig sounds a bit suspicious, but don't let me kill it because of that. Don't let me kill it because of that, okay? But I smell rat here because this is an internal project and he's talking about the client contract. All right? Let's even say there is an internal client and they're managing projects in the firm as though they are external to each other. Because the project charter is already done, B does not make sense, you see? So ask the sponsor for the client contract to assist development of the charter. If it had said to confirm stakeholder information, I would have bought it. But because it says to assist development of the charter, we got to shoot it down. So boom, out goes B. Let's take a look at C. It says, tell your senior management, watch this, next time. Don't tell them now. Next time they do it, tell them. What use is that? As a project manager, we need to be proactive. So even if there was a problem, like the project charter not being developed, that would be pretty ineffective, telling them next time. Well, if they do this again, no, not good. So it says, tell them next time about the importance of the charter. That is a very reactive approach. So even if a charter was not developed, that is still a bad option. Don't tell them next time. Tell them now if anything needs to be discussed. Well, like we read from the question, authorization has taken place. All right? And even if it hadn't taken place, C is not a proactive option. Do you get what I'm saying? So on both counts, we can kill that one. Take a look at D. It states, develop the business case for the sponsor. In all honesty, the responsibility for the business case is typically not with the project manager, okay? And even in rare instances where it is, where they bring in the project manager or a project manager to do this, remember, the business case makes a case for the project. So it has to come first before developing the project charter, because it is one of the inputs under business documents. So in order to have gotten to selection of a project and authorization, there should already have been a business case and a benefits management plan, okay? So D, again, because it's making a case for a project that's already in existence, saying develop the business case. Well, it's been authorized, too late. So we can shoot down D as well. So with all that said, my friends, the answer to this problem is obviously going to be A. So if you guessed A, Well done. More power to you. Awesome job. Remember, all that I've done in the past 5 minutes thereabouts has to be done by you when you're there in the exam, right there in your head. All right? You got to be thinking about all of this stuff really, really rapidly. Okay? So it's not that long a question. You see, taking a look at it, it's not that long. But when you really think about it under exam conditions, the time seems to go very, very quick. So you need to be thinking, this is not an option because, and you need to be shooting them down, boom, boom, boom. You know, and that's why I tell people, the more crazy mock exams you take, the better it's going to be for you. All right, so at the moment, we've got 3 miserable, ridiculous, horrendous mock exams that we've heard this from pretty much all of our students. They take our mock exams, they go into the real exam, they say, Phil, you almost killed us on the mock exam. The real exam wasn't as crazy, and we were able to handle it. And I'm talking about students getting 3, 4, 5 proficients. I hear this all the time. I'm glad I took the Praizion mocks because it set me up for success to know the kind of trickery and misery that could have been waiting for me on the exam, but I saw the questions on the exam and I just killed them. That's what I want to hear, right? So if you found this question to be useful, you can only imagine there's a lot more where this came from and a lot more miserable, difficult, more difficult than this. This is intermediate compared to some of the ones we've got on there. All right? So I hope that gave you some ideas. Let me see if I've met my target. I'm on 0.9, almost 1 mile. Gonna step it up. Well, thanks for joining me today, folks. And I look forward to seeing you again on another episode of your buddy Phil on the mail. Speak to you later. Bye.